Greetings, fellow humans. 12 April 2023. Avion-Marie. Angels go before us, angels come behind, angels to our left, angels to our right, angels above and angels below. We are safe and protected everywhere we go. We're paying attention to what's going on around us. It's a beautiful morning here in Rogers Park. I'm on the Evanston side of the street. We're going to take pictures of the flowers as we go for a little walk to the... Let's go for a walk. Yeah, I didn't do my hair this morning. Good morning. Flyers, angels, come fly with me. And this morning we're going to go for a walk. Oh, I'm so grateful for the beautiful spring flowers, for the beautiful early warmth. Yesterday it had to be close to 80 degrees. I'm not into the word frolicking or frolic, but I definitely was out enjoying. Went about my mission to, my intention was to give a very early birthday gift to Mr. Tyson, whose birthday is the 5th of May, and he rejected it. He was very smug. At one point, very bitchy, and took part of the gift and threw it right into the trash in public, where everyone could see. It was surprising. It was a surprising change of energy, but I see right through it. I know what it is. He did and said everything he could think of to make me go away, with the intention of doing that. At one point I could see his energy actually break, and he did say he was sorry, and I only said, well, you know, that was pretty rude, and I would never be that rude to you. And at that point he continued on and said, I don't want the card unless there's money in it, I want money. And to which I replied, the very last words I spoke to him were, that's pretty shallow. And so I finished up what I was doing there at the library where he works. And he was out of sight. I didn't see him as it was time for me to leave, so I just dipped out, which is... I'm grateful I had the opportunity to do that. I didn't want any more words. I want to be able to hold on to the memories of him wearing the pink t-shirt the day that I met him. And, of course, just like everybody else, soaking up the attention, spoiled, and somewhere in the mix of the words yesterday, I did say the only thing I wanted was a date, some quality time, and offered what I was able to offer from the space that I'm in right now, with the resources that I have available. And in the conversations I did say, I'm very realistic. It's just a one-off thing, and I'm looking to hopefully just enjoy a good time with a handsome guy and heal a wound that I've been working on for 9 months, more than 9 months, 10 months. But I'll do it without a handsome guy, and I won't settle for an ugly dude, ugly inside or out. Last week in one conversation with Tyson, I asked him, I know this is what he enjoyed about the conversations that we had, because we did, what I appreciated about him, made him attractive to me, was that he provoked thought and was engaging and communicated on various different levels in various different ways, non-verbally, and that was fun. It's dynamic, pretty flowers. And but I let him know. I said, I believe that I've encountered a big boy Tyson. Definitely whoever this gentleman was that I crossed tracks with yesterday. Definitely older than Mr. Tyson. And two, was engaging. Extraordinarily attractive, physically, the way he spoke, his intelligence level. And did not shy away from engaging me. So, I asked Mr. Tyson in that conversation, what's the difference between ego and healthy self-esteem? Ego is negative and boastful. You can feel it in the energy. The egoic. Look at me, and I'm so great and wonderful, and look at my muscles, or this, or look at, And self-esteem is quiet. It's still waters. But it's also making the statement to the ex, I will be the only one you ever want. Because I know what you did not see, what you failed to investigate. The treasure that I am, that lies inside me, is priceless. You threw away a priceless treasure for the sake of flashy, trashy, money, material things from someone who is definitely suffering the way the way many of us have suffered. I don't even believe in the concept of suffering. It's a choice. I know that when I have suffered, it is a deliberate choice, because you can choose to say, I'm not going to suffer through the pain of what this person has done to me. Or you set a boundary on it. Okay, I give myself 5 weeks. I can have my attitude or whatever it is. I can cry, stomp my feet, break some plates, whatever. Trash all his things that he left behind, burn them. Did a little burning ritual, burned a few articles of clothing. But I did what I needed to do for myself. And that's where we have permission. Whatever it is, short of harming yourself or someone else. If you need to go, like I said, break some old wine glasses or whatever. As long as you're not hurting anyone else, any sentient being, an animal, human being. That's what you need to do to get you to pull yourself through whatever it is. Because I know it's damaged souls that go on and hurt other souls. But there's also, I had this awareness this morning. Each and every person that I put out of my life the last year, 3 in particular, they were aware on some level that they were harming me. That they were harming me, that they were using me, that they were vamping me, they were soaking my energy, taking my attention, my time. Everything in your life is derived from your universal life force energy that flows through you. Everything. Don't let the world tell you otherwise. And everything is a conversion. So you go to your job and you put in an hour and you convert that into a currency called money. And people chase money. They don't understand what it really is. It's just a tangible, physical form of the energy that is your God force, that God has given you to use as you have the free will to use it. And people don't respect the money that they do have. Oh, it's only a little bit. Well, the universe doesn't know the difference between $1 and $1 billion. It doesn't. So think about that, process that. Let's continue on with the walk for a little bit and show you this little lovely church here, Christian ministry of sorts. They do one of the neighborhood. So let this be an idea. These have popped up in many different places across Chicago, and I know it's happening elsewhere. I know it didn't emanate here, it didn't begin here, but people are putting these refrigerators out. I have 3 within walking distance of the house. This is the nearest one. And so I come over here and bring things that I don't want, that I get from the food bank, for example. Or like, we have tea here that has negative energy wrapped around it from the ex-friend Fee. I don't want that in my house. I have some bread that I was given that I don't eat. I only eat sourdough. Turkey roast. Okay. I don't do cranberries. I don't want that. Stuffing mix. Okay. I like the stuffing. Mushroom pasta sauce. Okay. So bring some, take some. Mashed potatoes. All right. We gotta read the box. And sometimes people leave. What is this? Long mayo. It's been opened. So yeah, I will come here and I'll deliver the things that I don't want, that I don't consume. And then I have another one that is approximately 6 blocks north of where we are right now, and then another one that is 8 blocks south of where we are right now. So those 2 are the ones that are more distant. Here we go again with the drivers. So I guess I'm going to end the video with what I've been saying to everyone is increasing. You are in a 3,000 to 5,000 pound metal vehicle rolling at speed. We are in our physical meat suit, us pedestrians, especially the elderly ones with your loud ass fucking vehicles. There should be regulations in urban areas that vehicle noise emission. All these vehicles lately, take your ego out to the countryside or get on the fucking freeway and go exercise your fucking roadster or whatever the fuck it is. Who gives a fuck? All this disturbances, and this dude with his truck, if he's ever out there, I'm going to record him too. It's so obscene, and it's so unkind. You know, there are babies and elderly people who don't, and traumatized individuals. But I could be your brother. I could be your uncle. I could be your husband. I could be your father, your grandfather. I could be your son. I could be the love of your life. The one person who means more to you than anyone else on the planet. And without them, there would be a part of your soul that would die if they were taken out by some rude-ass, careless, mobile device, not even drunk, idiot, taking them out inadvertently while they were crossing the street or either riding their bicycle. Oh, the rudeness to the cyclists. You assholes. I'm calling you all out. There's a cyclist right there. It never fails. I rarely see a cyclist who's not heckled by a person in a 5,000 pound SUV. Come on. Really? So, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting that there are these individuals out there who don't see that there's another human being. They have a family and a life just like you do. Or maybe you don't have a family and a life. Maybe that's why you're so ugly. Okay? So maybe you should work on that. Get a family and a life. Make a family of people who are positive and inspiring and loving and caring and kind. You know, if you didn't have that, I understand. I was dealing with little Leo, who, you know, what a tough life to be born to a crystal meth smoking mother, middle of 7 children, all with different daddies, and to have your daddy be the one who was the best one of them, a non-drug user, and obviously born damaged with anger issues between the mother's drug use and all the pharmatox injections that they give these kids. The height of it, we're living in it right now. I mean, it has not rolled back one bit from what they introduced in the late 90s and early 2000s. What is it? 800,000 shots now you give a child before it's 2 years old? What the fuck? Do you care about your children? Are you fucking crazy? You're gonna let them inject you don't even if the stuff is effective at whatever they say it is, Ebola. You know how much Ebola there is all around us, right? That injection could be contaminated. There is no guarantee. Nobody would be sticking my kid, that's for sure. And my bonehead mother, who just followed along with everything. You go, oh, I'm afraid. The fuck are you afraid of? Who is standing in front of you with a gun to your head? No. I will never stop. I will never back down. I refuse. I'm a warrior for this injustice. I believe that my immune system was damaged by the injections that I was given. I believe that there's a strong possibility that it was intentional, that in the early 1970s, these sickos, biological, pharmaceutical sickos, wanted to create, intentionally, this is the last of the Nazis that infiltrated our country, came over here, Project Paperclip, right? And how would you covertly get rid of what you feel are deviant and undesirable segments of the human race? Well, you just create something that they give each other, and you covertly, without anybody really recognizing it, you just say it's something that popped out of some simian fucking virus that you can't even identify under a microscope. Yeah. We're all really fucking stupid, you know. Go look it up. Don't take my word for this. I remember watching as a boy on the television, oh, call it GRID, gay-related immune deficiency. I remember back in the 70s, they talked about immune deficiencies, and it came from nutritional deficiencies. So, and the quality of the food from the 1950s forward has just been so degraded. The advent of the McDonald's crap. You can put that shit out here on the street in the sun and it won't mold or rot. That's got to tell you something. You'd put that in your body? Not. Oh, beautiful dog. Handsome guy, too. Huh. So, on that note, we'll end with handsome guys. Let's go find a handsome dude. Yes, we like darker complected, smiley. So, Avion-Marie. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. It's beautiful smelling. Yeah, we'll go and we'll sign off. So, what's a positive note that I can end us on? Point sweets. All right. I like the security gate there. We're having a beautiful spring. So sometimes I do... Wow, that's already growing fast. So a lot of stuff okay, here's something good to talk about. I was learning when I worked at the garden center briefly to identify edible plants. So much of what we call weeds, or as they use the term at the garden center, vigorous growers. Yeah, I got a vigorous grower. When I see a hot dude. There they are. They smell so beautiful. I don't know what kind of tree it is. And there's more when we get across the street. So yeah. And they just seem to have opened like overnight. So it's April 12th. And they're early this year. Last year I seem to remember that it wasn't until the late part of April, but for the last several seasons, like since 2017, it seems like spring has been delayed until the end of May. And then we'll wake up like June 1st, and it just goes from 40 degrees to 80 in the course of an overnight. And then it'll just stay summer-ish weather. We haven't had 100-degree temperatures here in Chicago since the summer of 2012. That summer, I was babysitting my friend Ivy's daughter, 5-year-old daughter, when she started a new job. And I would take Melina to the local pool at the public park. There's the ones I wanted to. They smell so beautiful and the fragrance in the air. I'm so grateful that it's almost 60 degrees out here this morning. But we haven't had a spring like this, where I seem to remember this as a boy. It was in April that we could just begin to take a light jacket. And I do remember at least one occasion in the 70s, 1970s, where, and these people are going to walk on the wrong side of the sidewalk, that, there they are, there's the bushes, there's the trees. It smells so beautiful. If the comments are on, if anybody knows what these are called, would you leave it in the comments? I'm too lazy to go look it up. I look up so much stuff, I research so much. And I remember it was like April 19th, and we got a really late, heavy snowstorm. But then a week later, it was beautiful. They smell so gorgeous. And it's funny, you pull them off the tree and you won't smell the fragrance, but as long as the flower remains attached. So, Avion-Marie signing off. Namaste. Make it a wonderful day. Please be kind to pedestrians, elderly folks, and cyclists, please. Avion-Marie signing off.